Hi folks, welcome to your MWIS Fleeting View in association with Petzl. We've got a quiet weather story for the week ahead as high pressure will generally be nearby. For Monday we start off on a chilly note with a widespread frost in many valleys and glens and the mountains as well, starting close to freezing point, but temperature will tend to lift as we go through the day, so lifting above freezing up to most of the high tops. A good amount of sunshine around, some variable cloud in places. The fronts which just lie over Ireland responsible for a fair amount of high cloud across more western regions, particularly across Wales, which just tend to obscure the sunshine. Mostly light winds, some locally gusty spots, but generally not too significant. It's worth noting that there is still snow cover across the higher Scottish Munros, and that will more or less stay in place on those high tops throughout this week ahead. Despite the air temperatures rising above freezing, that terrain itself will stay at least partly frozen. For Tuesday, high pressure stays just to the east of us, a general southeasterly flow across the country, mild air moving back across all regions, so we're above freezing point on the mountains generally throughout the day. Touch of frost in some valleys and glens first thing in the morning. A little bit windier compared to Monday, that rather gusty southeasterly will be around again, strongest across Wales and some westernmost mountains in Scotland where gusty 30 or 35 miles per hour may be felt at times, so taking the edge off those temperatures. Generally a good amount of sunshine, some early mist and fog patches in some of the valleys and on some lower hill slopes facing toward the south and east, but generally most mountains will be clear. A similar story into Wednesday in terms of being a dry weather picture with some fog banks and low cloud just in places, again typically more towards south and eastern facing hills early in the day. Those will clear, plenty of sunshine, again a bit gusty with the wind for some, tending to ease down though, particularly for England and Wales. Temperatures stay on the mild side, well above freezing point up to the high tops. A possible complication in the forecast into Thursday as the high just centres itself a bit further south. A fairly weak front which is draping around the northern side of that high may just skirt northern Scotland to give more in the way of cloud, shrouding some of the hills and the risk of some patchy rain, typically not amounting to a great deal as this is quite a weak feature, so we need to watch just how far north or south that will sit for Thursday, but the risk of some rain around across the northwest highlands. Otherwise a good deal of sun, light winds for many places then, and again touch of frost first thing and some early fog patches. We end the week with high pressure parked over the top of us, so generally a fine weather story with plenty of sunshine around, again some early morning mist and fog and touch of frost in some of the valleys. Light winds overall, maybe just a touch breezier on the northernmost mountains in Scotland and the southernmost mountains in Wales. Otherwise it's a story of light winds and temperatures stay on the mild side. All in all, a pretty good week to be on the mountains. Enjoy it if you can. That is your Fleeting View in association with Petzl.